That's hot. Yeah, you better pray for a huge death match, brother.
Sometimes it's a little bit of be careful what you wish for.
You gotta sleep a fool. I'm a little fanboy.
Like, that's crazy. What the fuck is that?
These 3 V's in his name. What a dick. Doesn't come around very often. It's a stand-up guy. What a scrub. Bro.
Mercury's in
retrograde.
retrograde. Like, no one's talking about him, but dude, you better be looking underneath your fucking bed.
He actually did thumb wrestling last week, and I beat his ass.
You shipped them back when she was 13 years old.
All train stop.
Damn. First of all, that's the coldest line you've ever said on the podcast. Welcome back to MMA Mathletes. My name's Sean. This is Joe. We're 2 casual MMA fans who happen to be degenerate gamblers. Come join us while we chase the perfect parlay each week. This week, we're breaking down UFC 324, Paddy Pimblett versus Justin Gaethje. And if you enjoy our content, make sure you're subscribed.
All right, so this past weekend, we were supposed to have Raul Curiel versus Alexis Rocha 2, but instead, Alexis Rocha had to get rushed to the hospital when he was cutting weight. So they made an audible, and we had Curiel versus Panthen, which was actually a very close fight, very fun to watch. I think it's really funny because I had Curiel to win, regardless of who was in front of him. So either way, it worked out for me. And then the co-main event was Jorge Chavez versus Manny Flores, 2 for 2.
2 for 2?
I think we got all of them right.
I think we did get all of them right.
We got all of them right, technically.
Technically speaking.
And we even said that someone was getting knocked out. We were told that we were wrong for it. We were foolish for thinking it. And then what happened?
We were so stupid. It happened, though.
The important thing is that it happened.
That is the most important thing.
True. But we are so back. This weekend, we have UFC fights, finally. But if you're here because you like boxing, don't worry. We're actually adding another podcast episode that we'll be uploading before the weekend on our Patreon. It's only $1 to subscribe. It's only for subscriptions. It's going to be another podcast episode, just a small one, just for you little boxing lovers. And it's going to have all of our picks on there. But in addition to that, you get all of our free content. So you're going to get our UFC picks. You're going to get our spicy picks for UFC. I mean, it's a win-win-win-win-win all the way around, and it's only $1. So it's Patreon.com/MMA Mathletes. This week, as expected, we have so much MMA news to get through before we do our picks. I mean, obviously, the biggest news right now would have to be the fact that Kayla Harrison pulled out on, what was it, Wednesday?
Something like that, Tuesday or Wednesday.
Yeah, she pulled out of the fight against Amanda Nunes, so that is off right now. It has to be postponed. But that's awesome because we got Sean O'Malley as the co-main. So we get to have Sean O'Malley shock the world at co-main, and then we just go from there.
Well, spoilers, first of all.
Wait, did you read the script?
Did UFC send you a script as well?
Yeah, dude.
Man, I just feel really bad for Kayla Harrison because like a neck surgery is kind of a big deal. So coming back from a neck surgery, and she's like not young. She's like mid-30s. Her going up against Amanda Nunes after surgery, that's a different fight right there.
But that's an asterisk as well. The other thing that sucked was she made a video explaining the whole thing, except for she didn't explain shit. She just said, sorry to Amanda, sorry for her team, sorry all this stuff. I'm like, why did you have to get impromptu neck surgery?
Yeah,
Dive into that, bro.
Yeah, is it herniated discs, blown out discs?
Yeah, why couldn't it have waited till the end of the fight? If it didn't, there had to be a catalyst to make her have to go get surgery done right now on fight week. So I just think it's crazy that she would put out this video that goes viral for her apologizing when it's like you could do that and you could tell us what the fuck happened in the same video.
Yeah, because then we can also sympathize with it.
Yeah, it's easier to sympathize because now it just seems like, oh, I'm sorry. It's like, we know you're sorry. We know you wanted this fight. We didn't think you were a coward or anything. We were excited for this fight too. We didn't even want this fight. And you guys forced us to want this fight. And now you're gone off of it.
You sound very spirited about it.
Well, I was really excited. I finally got on board. I finally was like, okay, yeah, this is going to be a good fight. I had Amanda Nunes winning that, but Kayla Harrison, I just feel bad because we're not going to see her full potential against Amanda Nunes.
Potentially, yeah.
Potentially not her full potential in the potential fight.
It's just such an unknown quantity. It's like, okay, cool, you're going to do physical therapy and things like that. But like people that get back surgeries and things of that sort as well, those usually don't really end well either.
Back surgery is like the worst thing to do. Yes. Like I liked hearing Daniel Cormier's perspective. He's like, you have to wait till you're done fighting for a back surgery. Back surgery, it ends your MMA career.
Yeah. And so like I would assume that neck surgery depending on what the situation is on the neck, I just have no idea where she's going to be at post-surgery. So if that fight comes back on, I mean, you have to put it on Nunez at that point, right?
I would.
Before, it was like kind of a toss-up.
Before, yeah.
You could definitely, like, I'm swinging towards Amanda Nunez, but you could probably talk me into Kayla Harrison. I'm like, okay, I got you. I'm on board. But now it's like I'm pretty heavily leaning Amanda Nunez. Like, it would be hard. Like, you would have to really have some good evidence for me to be like, oh, you know what? I might have to change my vote.
Either way, hopefully she has a speedy recovery, no issues, just come back healthy and strong. We want to see that fight. We have the most boring call out of all time. I hate this call out. Cosmot versus Pereira.
Ugh.
I'm so tired of this call out. It's such a dumb call out. We don't want to see you hold him down for any amount of rounds. That does not sound fun to me at all. John Jones versus Pereira, fun. Cosmot versus, like, I can't really tell you a fun fight for me. For Cosmo.
The one that would be closest, or the two that would be closest, would be probably Anthony Hernandez, because it's interesting because he has kind of like a never-ending gas tank, and he does have good enough grappling to at least compete for a little bit, which he could actually try to get Hamzat's gas tank.
Fluffy.
Yeah.
Brother, you said Anthony Hernandez. I was thinking Alexander Hernandez. I was like, how the fuck is he making that weight? Why is he the one?
Yeah, or Sean Strickland, honestly. Either one of those, I think they're really going to give a run for Hamzat's money, especially because they both have kind of never-ending gas tanks. And the only reason why I went full 5 rounds and Hamzat looked good the entire time was because it looked like DDP was giving little to no resistance the whole entire fight. Let's be honest. But seeing him against someone is actually going to give him resistance for a full 5 rounds, that's an interesting question.
Allegedly, Arman Sarukian said on Ariel Hawani's podcast that he walks around like 227 to 231. Cosmo does.
Interesting.
So I guess the weight is interesting, but I don't see that being an interesting fight for Pereira to take.
I mean, yeah, honestly, if he wants to do something that's challenging, because that wouldn't be challenging for him though. Right? Like, that's whatever. And it sounds like Alex Pereira wants to do some heavyweight fights and probably chuck deuces, which I'm cool with as well. You know, see him against like a Cyril Gane or something like that. Be pretty interesting, pretty spicy. Go get Ankalaev. Ankalaev looks like he's ready to go, you know, come back out here. You versus Ankalaev. Let's go.
I'd be here for that fight.
That's a very, very interesting fight to me.
Yeah, that's interesting.
What if he puts him out? What if he submits him? Then you're like, oh God, he's a fucking absolute demon. You know, do that for the new belt.
Yeah,
go for it. Why not? I'm 100%. Here for that.
Arman also said whoever wins the Justin Gaethje versus Paddy fight, he wants Justin because he thinks that basically if Paddy wins, he's just going to run away from Arman the whole time. He's not going to fight him.
I don't know about that.
His exact quote was, I want Justin to beat Paddy because Justin, he's going to fight with me. But if Paddy wins, he's going to try to avoid me because he is not a man like Justin.
First of all, high praise to Justin. I feel like I haven't really heard him be like super like respectful to an opponent. So that's kind of cool. I mean, I don't think Paddy would do that. I think that Paddy would fight him.
Well, he's also alluding to the UFC basically, like, if Paddy wins, they're not going to let Arman fight him because they don't want Arman to beat him and then they lose their star.
Either way, it's not Paddy not wanting to fight you or Justin wanting to fight you. It's whether or not the UFC wants you to fight them when they're the champ. And I don't think they're going to let him do that for a while. I mean, Dana's words were something along the lines of like, he's going to have to fight every top 15 opponent before he gets to fight for the belt.
Yeah, you better pray for a huge death match, brother. A battle royale in the middle of the octagon.
I'm just saying, like, I think he said something crazy along those lines. And, you know, kind of whatever Dana says goes.
True. Then you have Yuri and Carlos Olberg for UFC 327.
Oh my gosh.
That's interesting.
It's interesting because obviously you have Carlos Olberg. He is a fucking monster and he can put anyone's lights out. But then you have Yuri that's just like
sheer will.
Yeah, like oddly durable, I guess would be the way to describe him. Like he should have been out in the Khalil fight multiple times. Somehow was not out. And he's done that in multiple fights with like Rakic and other people. But then the only person that has the kryptonite truly is Alex Pereira.
True.
And I mean, I feel like Carlos Olberg has like a similar style to Alex Pereira, at least with philosophy.
Yeah, very interesting.
So I'm like, does he just put him out? Like, What are we doing here?
Also, big ups on Yuri for winning comeback fight of the year. Big ups.
I mean, it had to go to him. I don't know what other fight would that go to.
And we have Merab going up to 145. What do you think about that?
Merab's going up to 145.
He's thinking about it. See, he's teasing it.
I mean, I love it because I think there's a lot more like heavy grapplers in 145, so that makes it interesting, especially like him versus Evloev.
But he'd also have that extra 10 pounds of muscle that he doesn't have to cut, you know? He has that extra like snap.
And also, obviously it was so hard for him to get to 135, killing himself.
Dude, he goes up to 145. Aljamain goes back to 135.
Let's go.
Dude, I mean, let's say Sean O'Malley beats Song Yadong. Then he goes and fights Peter Yan. He takes the belt. He beats Merab. Merab goes up to 145. Then he goes up to 145 and beats Merab.
Sean O'Malley does?
Yeah.
Damn, dude.
What if he did that?
Honestly, that would be so impressive for Sean O'Malley to do.
I don't think he could. I think that Merab walks around with a little more oomph in him than Sean O'Malley does. Sean O'Malley's a natural 135er, I think. Like for how like cuts go and stuff right now, that's his division. I think he'd be small at 145. I think that Merab wouldn't be bad though. Merab might be like Davis and Figueiredo going up to 135.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, the good thing is that we were talking about it last week in regards to Sean O'Malley moving up, and that'll be a difficult thing because he's a striker. Because Merab is a very heavy grappler. That translates better with going through different weight divisions.
And I thought it was crazy. So, fun fact, Justin Gaethje has earned $950,000 in performance bonuses alone. And if he gets a performance bonus this Saturday, that makes it over $1 million.
Damn, that's crazy that he's going to make $1 million this Saturday.
Just
on performances.
On performance bonuses. That's crazy.
When is he not fight of the night? That's the real question. You have to go back in the annals of history to figure out when he's not fight of the night, because he's just that guy.
He is.
He's down for a scrap.
So like if you have him on this spectrum, like performance of the night, then you go on this side, and then you have Brian Ortega and Mackenzie Dern on the most cringy night of all time at the Golden Globes.
Oh, you finally saw it?
So bad.
Dude, how bad? Like it like
So
just
embarrassing.
sends shivers just up your neck, right?
Dude, that was probably the worst thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
It like sent back UFC like 15 years.
It's rough. It's rough. It's a hard watch.
It was a hella tough watch.
Bro. Oh, it's super annoying. When Kayla Harrison said that she was out, Amanda Serrano was like, oh, no, I'll fight her. I'll fight Amanda Nunes. I guess she's 2-0 in MMA, and she was trying to get that fight going. Like, no, this isn't a Jake Paul thing where you're just like, oh, I'm just going to have this fun and quirky event. This is like the UFC. This is like the cream of the crop. Why would you bump all the way to the top when you haven't proven yourself at all in MMA and you get dusted by Amanda Nunes? It wouldn't even be fun to watch.
They wouldn't even allow the best boxer in your division to do that. So why would they let you?
Yeah, crazy.
They wouldn't let Katie Taylor do that.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, statistically speaking, let's say, I mean, she beat her multiple times. No offense. That's just is what it is. She lost her 3 times. So, I mean, technically she's the better boxer. If you're head to head like that, 0-3, you know, no offense. I love me some Amanda Serrano, but her against Amanda Nunes, like that's not even close.
Not even a little bit close.
Yeah, that'd be like Floyd going up against Conor. Like, you know, like there's just no shot.
That'd be fun though, for fun.
I mean, it would be fun.
In the parking lot would be fun.
Yeah, like it'd be a fun scrap for a couple seconds, but then you're like, oh gosh, man, Nunes. I mean, she's the GOAT.
True.
The GOAT. That's a wild take.
I just think it's frustrating that people just do that. Like Armin right now is like just spitting venom everywhere and hoping something sticks. So he's calling out Justin. He's calling out Paddy. He's calling out whoever wins the BMF against Oliveira and Max Holloway. Like he's picking all of his. He's like everyone. I want everyone. It's like just pick one opponent, hype it up, and then sell that fight.
You know what's weird about the whole him going up against the winner of the BMF belt? If it's Charles Oliveira, you're gonna have to fight Charles Oliveira on a 5-round fight. He loses that 5-round fight.
You think?
Oh, 100%. I mean, their first fight together, that was a close fight, but it looked like Armin was pretty fucking tired by round 3, and Charles looked like he was still pretty fresh.
Charles has fought so many fighters.
And he was so close to losing that fight. He literally was, his pants having a malfunction away from being slept on that night by a submission. I'm just saying. If those pants did not slide down, different story. He would have gotten finished in the UFC. So sometimes it's a little bit of be careful what you wish for.
So Justin Gaethje, do you remember how he was like, I get a fight for the belt or I retire? And then Dana was like, fucking retire, you know?
Yeah.
So now he's coming out and saying that it was all Ali, his manager, and his manager basically said it and he put him in that position. So he's like trying to clear the air, like, guys, that wasn't me that did that. That was my manager.
Yeah.
And that sounds like some Ali shit.
That is some Ali shit. I'm not really a fan of Ali, so that makes a lot of sense because I wasn't a fan of that decision.
I'm a fan of his grappling style. That was fun to watch him tap out Aiden Ross.
Oh, yeah. But besides that,
What do you think about Adesanya and Piper in Seattle? That's a fun fight.
That is a fun fight. I'm just so curious. Like, are we gonna see?
Adesanya is winning that.
Is Adesanya winning?
Adesanya's winning that. Piper's not active enough.
Really?
Yeah. I think the only way he wins is if he sleeps Adesanya. I don't think Adesanya is going to do that.
I don't think he puts himself in a position to do that.
I don't think he does. I think he's going to draw it all the way to a decision. I don't know if it's main event or what. I don't know how many rounds it is, but he's going to take that all the way to decision. And if it's a 5-rounder, he's sleeping. I think he sleeps Piper.
Really?
Yeah. Because Piper hasn't gone that many rounds. Very, very inactive.
He has.
Who?
Hermanson. He went all 5 rounds.
How'd that look?
I mean, he got dog shit tired, but yeah.
Yeah, dude.
But I'm just saying, you said he never fought 5
I meant
rounds.
like he never does.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
He
he's
doesn't do
never
it.
like a main event. Like,
Yeah, he doesn't do that.
Rarely
you know?
does that.
Yeah. Okay. He rarely does it. Hyperbole. Adesanya, how many 5-rounders has he done? How many big hitters has he done? He's the only person to sleep Pereira in the UFC.
Yeah. And also, I would dare say that he probably has fought more 5-round fights than he has 3-round fights in the UFC.
I think so too. So if it did go 5 rounds, I think he's going to wait. Those 3 rounds are going to be pretty rough on Piper. I think those last 2, we need to see Adesanya sleep him. Like we need to for that bit, you know, because like right now he's like falling so far behind, kind of like Sean O'Malley. And it's like, dude, to get back in the talks and to get back up there, you gotta sleep a fool.
Yeah, that's
Especially someone like Piper, great name to sleep. And you know the path to do it. Wait till he gets tired, hit him as hard as you can, as many times as you can. He'll go down, I promise you. He's done it. He's slept way crazier people.
That is true. That's just like, I don't know. Piper's like on like a really good hype train right now.
All trains stop.
Damn. First of all, that's the coldest line you've ever said on the podcast. Ever.
Yeah.
But also, yeah, it's difficult because like we're gonna talk about it a little bit later with Waldo versus Lewis, where it's like because it's such a litmus test of like, you know, he's definitely gonna gatekeep you on are you deserving of being in the middleweight greatness if you're gonna be in the top 5. He's that gatekeeper. If you perform well against him, you beat him, then you have a chance to go up.
How old is Piper?
Probably like 30, 31.
I don't think he's ever going to be champion. Adesanya's been champion. Adesanya had a reign. Adesanya, the only thing against him right now is time.
Yeah.
You know?
That's true.
And I think that he's a better fighter. He has better everything compared to Piper. Piper's got a great hand, but everything else, it all goes towards Adesanya.
He has better grappling.
Than Adesanya?
Yeah. He's a jiu-jitsu black belt.
Is he?
Yeah.
But MMA, jiu-jitsu black belt.
And then he goes and he trains with like Sean Brady. And
I know he trains with Sean Brady.
I think the thing that does make this interesting, though, is that no offense to Imavov, but Adesanya definitely was not expecting his power because, like, we don't really think of him. We think of him as more of like a technician than someone that has he just got caught. Power. He just got caught, right?
I agree.
But Piper, he has 1 punch power, so he's already on notice right now, knowing, hey, I can't get caught with
exactly
that, right? So because of that, who's better than Adesanya at getting his shots without getting caught?
I agree.
I mean, there's him, there's Sean O'Malley, you might put someone like a Peter Yan in there. Like there's few people that are better at getting hit without getting hit. You know, maybe Stephen Thompson, you know, every once in a while they get caught, but most of the time they're, you know, rolling, they're, you know, getting in, getting out without getting hit. So that is really interesting. But if Piper does touch him, that does get interesting.
True.
It's a very, very interesting cat and mouse game.
Yeah. So Adesanya was talking about when he was with DDP and he was in that fight. And when he went in there, he didn't realize how much size he was going to have. And so he felt kind of tired. And he was like, he never felt that before, being that tired that early. He thinks it's because of the weight he put on, like the size. So that's going to be very interesting how he adjusts from even that, you know, from that, the Imavov to this.
Yeah.
But if if you look at Gastelum versus Pyfer, Gastelum was still going forward. Pyfer was dog shit tired. That was a 3-rounder. And his volume was so low.
Yeah.
So low.
Yeah.
He wants that one punch. That's what he wants.
Yeah. The thing is that I don't think that Adesanya has the chin strength that Gastelum has.
Oh, for
There's
sure.
a couple times where he gets caught with shit and like other mortals just don't come back from that.
But look at Gastelum's fights from like 5 fights before that until now.
Yeah.
He gets hit all the time. He's not making weight.
Yeah.
He's just not as serious about the game as Adesanya, I believe.
Well, I'm just saying he did get hit in that fight, and like that was very exhausting because he just kept on getting hit. And then Piper's like, dude, like I'm tired now. I want to go sleep.
But look at his strike. Actually, let's look at his strikes.
Like I want to go take a nap.
115 strikes the entire fight
Thrown?
for Joe Pyfer. Thrown.
Oh.
58 landed.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it does exert more energy if you miss your throws, right? So I guess you're right in that respect.
Adesanya versus Gastelum, 247 thrown.
No, like I understand that, but like, do you think that Adesanya could withstand 55 thrown strikes from
You mean landed?
that land from Piper?
Do you think he's landing 55 strikes on Adesanya? Clean ones?
I have no idea.
I don't think he is.
But that's what makes it interesting, though, right?
Like, I hope we see him like how he did Paulo Costa. I think what he's going to do is he's going to frustrate him. Lots of leg kicks. Paulo Costa is way more active, so he had to do kind of a little bit more. But I think we're going to see a lot of leg kicks and a lot of...
That is the thing that is also interesting with Adesanya is that he is so advanced and so gifted in striking, like even just getting positional footwork and things like that. Just things that are levels above what Piper is at.
I agree. I think it's a huge jump. Former champion. Look at all of the accolades he has from all those fights.
Yeah.
I think it's a crazy jump.
Yeah. I mean, I think I would have rather him go up against like a Whitaker.
I would love to see him against Whitaker.
I
I'd
think
prefer that.
Yeah, I think Piper versus Whitaker would have been a better matchup. But I mean, I am definitely intrigued. I love seeing Adesanya fight. I do love seeing Piper fight because if he puts someone out, it's usually in spectacular fashion. And Adesanya, when he wins, it's usually something I really enjoy. You know, like he's literally just water in there.
The thing that I don't like though is I hate watching a fight when all they have is that one thing.
Oh yeah.
I hate watching those fights when it's like, oh, well, if he lands like Anthony Joshua, you're making it sound like it's going to be Anthony Joshua versus Jake Paul. If he touches him, he's dead, bro. He's dead. It's like, maybe.
No, I mean, that is the question though, because like now his chin is in question because of getting caught and stuff like that, and his age, things like that.
Yeah, Adesanya just needs to make sure he's the best shape he can be in that so he can move up and fight. He should rematch Imavov. He should get that out from underneath him.
Oh yeah, 100%. I think Hamza needs to fight Imavov.
That
honestly.
would be a fun fight.
Like
I'm here for that
Like
fight.
I don't know why he's not to get circle back to that. I just don't know why he's trying to move up to 205 when he has things to do at 185. You know, there's too much shit going on. At least like when Ilya moved up to 155, I mean, he fought the two best people. You know, he fought Volk for the belt. Then he fought Max Holloway, who was the number 1 contender. And then he was like, okay, I'm going to move up to 155. Like, I'm cool with that.
And then he beat some scrub with blonde hair.
Oh, yeah, dude.
What a knockout.
Yeah. Knockout of the year, baby.
Hey, baby. Speaking of Paulo Costa going up to light heavyweight to go fight Azamat.
Mirzakhanov?
Yep.
Is that official?
April 11th in Miami.
Dude.
I know. No one's talking about that fight.
That's crazy.
Have you seen how fucking big Paulo Costa is right now?
Yeah.
God, he's a big dude.
I think Mirzakhanov takes that though.
We'll see.
Well, I guess we'll see.
I have Ozma on that too.
Yeah,
As of right now, I do.
Well, like, I mean, he's only proven that he's just a fucking boogeyman right now. You know, the thing that, like, when he just jabbed Rakic, knocked him out, like, that's crazy. What the fuck is that?
Made Rakic look not like Rakic.
Yeah, dude. We're just like, what the fuck is that? You
Yeah.
know?
Crazy. And then you have RoboCop, Gregory Rodriguez versus Bruno Ferreira 2,
Pretty spicy.
March 28th.
How'd the first one go?
Bruno knocked him out.
Oh, shit, you're right.
But that's the thing though. So that would be what you're talking about. If Bruno touches RoboCop, he's going down. Like RoboCop does have a chin. He is chinny.
Yeah.
And so it's like if you're strong enough, you can put him out. That last fight, who'd he fight last? Kopolov, when he landed flush, oh man, he was fucking him up.
Yeah.
We also have Azamat Bakoyev versus Tresean Gore.
Okay.
Azamat obviously gonna take that one.
Yeah, I think he's gonna come back and
Moving on.
Yeah.
You know?
No, I mean, like I think he's gonna understand the things that he messed up in that last fight. He's gonna come out so much better for it. So
You know what I'm here for? Lerone Murphy versus Movsar Evloev in London. Who do you have winning that?
I think Mavzar is probably gonna win that. I don't want him to win that. I want Lerone. This is going to be a really tough test for Lerone because even if he's been training his entire UFC career in wrestling, Evloev is a top tier wrestler. He's an excellent wrestler. You know exactly what he's going to do. He's going to wrestle.
But how crazy was it when Diego Lopez, his debut, came in and he almost got it done?
He did.
Dude.
So honestly, this is going to show whether or not Lerone is that guy.
True.
He doesn't even necessarily have to win. He just has to be good enough that we're like a little bit more training.
Pretty good.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Good enough.
Like when we saw Diego Lopez do that against...
That was short notice.
Yeah, short notice. And we're like, oh shit, like that guy's a fucking dog. So like I'd be impressed with that. I'd obviously be really impressed if he puts him out. But I mean, honestly, one thing that Lerone Murphy does a really good job with that we kind of harp on a lot of people when it goes striker versus grappler is he likes to throw things up the middle. A lot of people, I don't know why, but they don't foresee the takedown coming. Like you should just be automatically being like, you know, training yourself. I'm going to have to throw upcuts. I'm going to have to throw like knees, things like that. I need to make sure that I'm
active on that.
Yeah, I need to make sure that if he's going to try to take me down, he's going to get punished before he takes me down. If he gets the takedown, that's cool. But that knee to the face really fucking hurt. So remember that next time. You know, like you really have to get like almost like train them into being like, you know, it's going to really hurt for you to take me down. You might get it, you might not get it. And also being really good with like a lower stance, trying to get that underhook really quick as well. It's going to be interesting.
Yeah, it's going to be a really interesting fight. If we're going to see what his actual like grappling medal looks like.
Yes.
Which is kind of cool.
But imagine he puts him out before the grappling even happens.
Here for it.
Like a Aaron Pico situation.
Here for it. So Dana White, thank God, delivered us with some good news. He said Michael Chandler versus McGregor. That was like a billion years ago. He's like, we're not doing that shit. Bad news is that now Jorge Masvidal is hinting that he has some big news and he can't say whether or not he's fighting McGregor. At the UFC White House.
Yeah, I don't want to see that.
Oh.
Honestly, Michael Chandler is a more interesting fight.
Maybe.
Well, at least Michael Chandler is active.
I mean, not after he fights McGregor.
Yeah.
You know?
But like Masvidal, he boxed, was it Nate Diaz like last year? But besides that, he's been out for like about 2 years of MMA.
Yeah, I just don't think that's a fun fight at all.
I don't know. Like I'll still watch it because McGregor is McGregor. Like,
I mean, I like Jorge Masvidal too, but I like McGregor obviously a lot more.
Obviously, I guess it'd be interesting because it would be like a striker versus striker. But I think if it's a striker versus striker matchup, I think Conor takes that, right?
1000% Conor takes that. Have you seen Conor's training? Dude, he's so much fun to watch. It's insane. His like volume, the way he peppers you with shots to eat up your body. And then as soon as he eats up your body and like if you don't drop, you drop your hands and he goes right up top and he goes in with knees and he's devastating, dude. He's still got it.
He still got it?
He's still got it.
Well, I want to see whether or not he still
honestly
has it.
I don't think he's gonna have any ring rust.
Really?
I think that his ego is so high and his skill level is still there that I don't think he's gonna have any ring rust.
Interesting.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be really weird. Everyone's gonna be like, "What the fuck? Did he just get off the couch and he did this?"
Yeah.
Is he that guy? People are gonna forget. And
he's also a psycho.
If he comes out to y'all must have forgot.
Dude,
Y'all must have forgot.
I think he should.
Then we have Josh Emmett versus Vachejos.
Oof, that is interesting fight right there.
That is an interesting. Obviously, I have Vachejos on this one. I think that Emmett's just kind of he's kind of
really.
I do think so.
I think it's really interesting because of Vachejos' style. The style is going to be interesting because Vachejos, he wants to get up in you.
Pause.
He wants to like get really close with his shots. And like he's like literally like boxing to Muay Thai distance from you.
He's one of my favorite fighters right now.
Yeah, he's suffocating, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then you have Josh Emmett. If he lands that right clean,
dude, no way is he doing that on my boy Vachejos. No way is he doing that.
If he does do that, remember when I put this in that clip later.
Fucking no way is he doing that to our boy.
I'm gonna put it in grayscale and everything.
Yeah, there's no way. His young chin, his young buck chin is not gonna. Bro, no.
I don't know. I do definitely have Vachejos, like all joking aside, but I think it is going to be an interesting and potentially close fight.
Before we get into our picks, I just have to end this on like a very sweet note. Muhammad Usman got popped for steroids. And he's out for 2.5 years. All right, let's get into the picks. He's done. Like, I guess that means that he'd be done in UFC because there's no way at his age, he's like 36.
Yeah, I think
He's
we
about
did.
to be 37.
I think we did the math. He'd be like 39 years old coming back, not even ranked.
Yeah.
I guess if there's a division that you can actually potentially move up at that age, it would be heavyweight.
But he's already not that good right now.
Yeah, I was gonna say he doesn't have the skill set.
Yeah.
And it's not really like you can't teach an old dog new tricks type of thing. It's not like he's gonna change his entire strategy over 2 years.
It's not changing the strat. All right, before we get into this week's fight picks, we do go live on Kick, Twitch, and YouTube every Saturday. We'll be live betting and we'll be reacting to all the fights. So whether we win big or lose big, you don't want to miss it.
Kicking off the early prelims, we have Adam Fudgett versus Ty Miller. Who you got?
I have Ty Miller winning this. Adam is 37 years old. Honestly, I'm not even too high on Ty. Doesn't come around very often.
Bars.
We watched him on the Contender Series. He was fighting a guy named Drago. And Drago, honestly, I wanted him to get a contract. That guy looked fun. But he just got married to the same combination, double jab cross. And when he hit pretty hard, pretty devastating. But I feel like he doesn't have that killer instinct to just put someone out. Maybe it was just in that fight where he was like, hey man, I don't want to be searching for the knockout. I just want to make sure I win and get the contract for the UFC. But I just think that he's not that guy. I don't think he's going to put out Fujit. He might put him out. But I just don't think he's putting out Adam. He's going to win this fight though, for sure.
I have Ty Miller as well. And it's funny you said that. I was literally thinking like, oh, Adam Fudgett, he's like kind of like a so-so fighter. The people he loses to are like good people like Mike Malott.
I mean, he's coming off a knockout loss right now.
Yeah.
And then before that, he hasn't fought. His last win was a decision win in 2024.
Yeah. And so like, obviously not super high on him, but then I'm not super high on Ty Miller either. Like I'm not a huge fan of people like not trying to get the knockout or finish in the Contender Series because like you're trying to get the contract. You're trying to show like how much you want it. And it didn't seem like he like was really digging to try to want it, if that makes sense. So like, I don't know, just not super high on him. But again, maybe he was having a bad night. Who knows? But I do definitely see him winning. I think this is a good debut for him after his Contender Series win.
No, 100%. Great entry level fight into the UFC. Next, we have Ricky Turcios versus Cameron Smotherman. Who do you have?
I have Ricky Turcios.
I too have Ricky Turcios.
Oh my gosh, really? I thought you had Smotherman the whole time. I was like,
absolutely not.
I was like looking into this. I think Smotherman is like a stand-up fighter. He has a little bit of grappling.
He's a stand-up guy.
Yeah, he's a stand-up guy. But if it's going to be a stand-up match, I think that Turcios is going to just like beat him. Like he has really good stand-up. I remember him on Ultimate Fighter and his stand-up was far superior to everyone else that was on it. It was very noticeable when you watch that season. And his grappling is not amazing, but like,
Turcios?
yeah, like it's not like top tier, but it's really good. Like people like a Raul Rosas will beat him, but someone below like that level, like he's gonna definitely have competition. And I don't think Smotherman has grappling as good as Turcios.
He's a black belt in jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, he got submitted by Rosas.
Yeah, he got wrestler submitted by Rosas.
Yeah. No, but I'm just okay. Let me fucking track it back. He has good grappling, okay? His grappling is good. It's not elite. It is good, okay? Smotherman has maybe good grappling. We haven't had enough information. He has a couple submissions, but I don't think that his grappling is as good as Turcios. The only issue I have is, does Turcios have the confidence, which every single time I see him fighting and stuff like that, or when he's on interviews, I mean, I follow him on Instagram. When he's doing things on Instagram, he looks like he has the utmost confidence in himself. So I don't see why not.
Yeah, I think that Ricky is getting into his prime. And Cameron, that whole camp that he comes from, they do a lot of stand-up. And I feel like their whole camp just needs to do more grappling, more wrestling, more checking kicks, a lot of that type of stuff. Cameron Smotherman, he's won 1 out of his 3 fights in the UFC. And I don't think he has ground game whatsoever compared to Ricky. Ricky's a black belt. I think Ricky's better striking. And then if it goes to the ground, I think he's better on the ground as well. If you look at everyone that Ricky's lost to, he lost to Amen. Amen was about to fight Sean O'Malley. Sean O'Malley just called out Amen. And then they said, no, we're going to give you Song instead. That's showing you the caliber of that guy. Raul Rosas, I mean, look at that guy. He's out grappling everyone. Of course, you're going to get out grappled by this guy.
Yeah. Or Sopaj, right? Is that what his name is?
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
he won that based on just wrestling. He just did it on control time.
Yeah, like that guy, but that guy's good.
He is good, but
he was gonna beat Vinicius Oliveira, but then he gets highlighted by him.
Look at the whole fight with him versus Ricky. Ricky was piecing him up on the feet, and then he was just laying on Ricky pretty much, just controlling him and doing like wrestler type shit. So if it comes to like wrestler, where you're like doing that like power grappling, you're gonna beat Ricky.
Yeah, that's
in
his
the grappling.
weakness.
That's his weakness.
Yeah.
But if you don't have ground game at all, his BJJ black belt is going to smoke you every time. His striking, dog. He is a dog with his striking. So I think that he takes this one. I think that a lot of people are backing Cameron because Cameron's sick. I mean, I like Cameron Smotherman. I love his style. Cameron Smotherman's style is super sick. I like the whole camp. Everyone over there. But they are lacking in a lot of stuff like the grappling, checking kicks, things like that. And it shows in the fights.
You said it so much better than me on the grappling. I was like, that's what I meant. I was trying to find the difference. Like, it's not that he's bad at grappling. It's like, like he just has these weaknesses that are just inherent with someone that is BJJ versus wrestler.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, you weren't making it very clear, so I was very confused.
Yeah, sorry.
I was like, you think he has like okay grappling? I was like, he has great grappling. He's a black belt, brother.
Yeah.
But yeah, against a wrestler who is like probably like a blue or a purple belt.
Yeah.
That wrestler in an MMA match is going to do a lot to keep down that black belt.
Yeah. Well, it's less flowy. It's more asserting.
Yeah, very assertive. It's like an Avatar.
Yeah.
It's like he's an earthbender versus a airbender. He's just going to boom.
Next, we have Josh Hockett versus Denzel Freeman. Who you got?
Unfortunately, I have Josh Hockett. Oh my God. That's so lame, but I think he's going to either knock him out or submit him. I don't think it's going to be an issue at all for Josh. It sucks because I would really like this guy if he didn't suck so bad on the mic. Like, he is the worst on the mic. That WWE shit is so annoying to me. Brother, I'm the strongest. You are the weakest. Any man can't stand. Shut the fuck up, dude. Like, that's so annoying. And people that are like, well, he got you because you're talking about him. Yeah, because I have the show. But as much as I loathe Josh Hockett, I'm going to really enjoy watching his fight until he grabs that mic. Once he grabs that mic, I'm grabbing a drink. I'm going to go, change the oil in my car. I'm going to do anything to not watch him talk because the way he talks is just foolish.
I also have Josh Hockett by KO. I'm pretty confident he's just going to kind of maul this dude. I am not impressed whatsoever with Denzel. Is the first fight that I saw, that was the most boring fight I've seen in a long time, which is crazy to think that two heavyweights that should be able to knock each other out go to decision, but the most boring decision. Like, there was nothing going on in that entire fight. That was a dump fight. I'm like, what the fuck is this shit? Josh Hockett, I'm not high on his personality, but I am pretty high on his abilities. He is a really good fighter. And I just think that he's going to move himself up this division pretty quickly. And this is just one of those stepping stones.
I may be a minority about not liking him, but what a waste of a hype train. This guy could have the sickest hype train, and it's just a waste.
I just like I don't see anything of his personality. Like, I'm just like, oh, dude, fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I'm ride or die with him. It's like once he loses, I feel like he's just gonna kind of wither away. There's no infrastructure, like no supporting to him. It's like everyone's gonna root for him right now because he's kind of annoying on the mic.
Bonesaw is ready.
Yeah,
that's what he's like.
Yeah, he's like 1984.
Next up, we have Michael Johnson versus Alexander Hernandez. Who do you have?
I'm kind of stressed out because I don't know who you have, but I have Alexander Hernandez money line.
Of course, I have Alexander Hernandez.
Let's go.
He's 33 and he's in his prime.
Well, it just sucks because I want to give Michael Johnson like his flowers. He is looking so good for being 40 years old. I mean, his last 2 fights, he's looked tremendous. And like, I would love to see him make this a dogfight and him just, get another victory on his belt. I just think it's Alexander Hernandez's time.
I think so too. He's 33. He's getting in his prime. He's had 2 knockouts in the past year. Michael Johnson looked great against Daniel Zellhuber, but Daniel Zellhuber is also 26 years old. You're not fighting a 26-year-old. You're fighting someone who fought someone like Donald Cerrone and had a sick fight against Donald Cerrone, one of my favorite fights. This guy has the pedigree to go against Michael Johnson. It's going to be such a fun, high-level fight. I honestly don't think anyone's getting slept on this one, but I mean, he is 40, and I mean, I think Alexander Hernandez does have that power.
He does have that power, and he is definitely, if there's one person on a hype train, honestly, underrated hype train.
I think so too.
Because I think he won 3 or 4 fights last year, and they were like all knockouts.
I think one was decision, and then there's 2 knockouts. What a scrub.
Yeah. Like why are we not talking more about this person?
Yeah, crazy.
I'm just saying, very underrated, and I think that he takes this. I don't know if I see a finish in this fight. I definitely think that it's going to go to decision because I don't know. I think that I respect them maybe a little too much.
Mm-hmm. No, I agree though. Like
yeah. Like I think that Michael Johnson's been chin tested enough where like I think that his chin's gonna hold up, and then Alexander Hernandez, he's like right in his prime. I think that he's not gonna get slept.
I think it'd be crazy if Alexander Hernandez he beats Michael Johnson. Michael Johnson retires, and then Gaethje retires. I think that'd be crazy. Because Gaethje's debut was against Michael Johnson.
Dude, that was a sick debut as well.
And he TKO'd him. I'm just saying the symmetry is there.
Yeah.
So if you believe in that type shit, then you're here.
Dude, if you believe in horoscopes, bro, Mercury's in retrograde.
Yeah, dude, 100%.
Next fight, we have Alex Perez versus Charles Johnson. Who you got?
I mean, I really think I'm going to get some hate on this one. Charles Johnson. I have Charles Johnson on this one. He's lost 1 fight in the past 6 years. KO Josh Van. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Dude, he's a problem. A lot of people are looking at that age, 35, and saying he's done. He's not it. Brother, this guy's a fucking problem.
He's putting down hype trains.
Dude, hype trains, bro.
He put down Josh Van's hype train. He put down, dude.
How do you say his name?
I can't remember.
Loner Kavanaugh?
Yeah. Kavanaugh's hype train.
How do you say his first name?
Oh,
Is it Loner?
I think it's Loner.
Yeah, dude. And that guy's a problem.
That guy had a fucking hype train.
Yes, sir.
He got checked hella hard in that fight.
Charles Johnson's a dog, dude.
Yeah, dude. And he wants the war. And I mean, I would love to see Alex Perez come back in this in a big way. But I don't know, man. He always, like right now, he's starting to become a fighter where he looks good until he doesn't look good. Like in his last fight, the first round and a half, he was looking pretty good. He was looking really competitive. And then like the second half of the second round into the third round, that's when he started kind of like declining. And like, then he got finished.
No, yeah, 100%.
So like, I just really am like, I don't know if I can bet on that.
Yeah, I'm not saying that he can't win. I'm saying for betting purposes alone, it would be silly to count out Charles Johnson.
Oh, 100%. And he loves just being in the pocket. Oh, it is so much fun to watch him strike with some people. I think I see this being a decision, but I wouldn't be shocked if it was by TKO. I'm just saying. It's a little spicy, but I think Charles Johnson really is that guy.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's the boogeyman right now.
Next we have Nikita Krylov versus Modestas Bukauskas. Who do you have?
I have Bukauskas money line. Krylov, he's in a little slump, but I think that Bukauskas, he's coming back into the UFC, and he's been looking good since coming back. I think he's got that fire where it's like, okay, the grass isn't greener on the other side, so I need to make sure that I'm performing well in the UFC, make sure I keep my paychecks coming and stuff like that. So, and I think he really wants to try to get for gold. I don't think he is going to be anything more than, he might hit top 5, but see his ceiling being much more than that. But I think that he's going to end up being Krylov. Like, I think that Bukauskas might be better than Guskov or like on the same level as Guskov.
Next fight up.
But like Guskov put out Krylov. So like, ipso facto. Who do you got?
I also have Modestas.
Let's go, dude.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I think it's gonna end with a KO. I think he's KOing Krylov.
He's got some power, man.
He does. He's knocking fools out. He's sleeping them. Krylov has been knocked out in his past 2 fights.
Yeah.
Easy.
Yeah. I mean, this is definitely like a good litmus test to see where he's at in the UFC right now.
I'm curious to see who your lock of the week is.
Next, we have Atiba Gaethje versus Andre Pulayev. Who you got?
If you're not putting your money on Atiba to win by KO, I have no idea what you're doing. You should not be betting at all. Literally, Atiba is the equivalent of back in the day with Mike Tyson, how you had to pay all of your money to win like $100 back. Same exact thing. So he's 23 years old with the same betting odds as a prime Mike Tyson. Crazy. I think he's 23 years old. I can't wait to see what he looks like when he's 32 years old, because this guy is huge for the division, knocking people out. This guy's a problem. He just understands fighting too at 23 years old. And I mean, this guy's a real problem. I'm betting him KO.
Not to hype this guy up any more than he's already been hyped up, but
Who hyped him up?
every single human being that even knows fighting has been hyping him up.
He deserves all the hype.
Oh, though. Yeah. He is built for violence, though. That's the best way to describe him. He looks like Francis Ngannou when Francis Ngannou was in his prime, but at 185. That is absolutely terrifying. I'm curious to see what his grappling looks like, So maybe if Pulayev can try to get that going, seeing where he is on that might be a good route to victory. But, I mean, even when he was fighting Tristan Vines, he was hitting him with these elbows when Tristan was trying to get him on a takedown. And every single one of those elbows, it was just this, the little elbows right here, right? But he's almost putting him out, like almost putting him to sleep with those small elbows. Obviously they do add up, but like normal human beings, like you really need a lot of elbows for that to really make a effect. He was like doing a couple and he was getting wobbled.
Insane.
Crazy power from this guy. I mean, I think he does deserve all the hype. And I think he's, no offense, going to walk through him. Like, I mean, pretty confidently. And if he doesn't, don't get at me because everyone else is saying that he's walking through him. So don't blame me that I'm not the only one saying it out here.
True. Next up, we have Umar Nurmagomedov versus Davison Figueiredo. Who do you have?
This is actually, you know what? I feel pretty confident. I think this is going to be my lock of the week, unless this is your lock of the week.
Oh, no. I just wonder what you're doing.
I got Umar by decision.
Okay.
I just feel, I think that he's going to win this. I love Davison Figueiredo. If he wins this fight, I would love nothing more than that to happen. But Umar is a different beast. He's like, I don't know what else to say. Like he's got really good striking. He's got excellent striking. He has excellent grappling, and he has a really good gas tank. So it's like you're going to go 3 rounds against Davison. It's really hard to put him out. Like, you're going to catch him? You might be able to catch him. I just don't know if he has the power to really catch him and, put him out, put him to sleep. If he does, or a builder, right? But then, like, at the same time, it's going to be hard to take Figueiredo down. And when you do, he's so crafty on the ground that it's hard for him to, potentially get like a submission or something like that off of that. So it's like, I don't know. I just feel like this is going to be 3 rounds of very high fight IQ action that ultimately leads to Umar winning. Yeah,
totally. I completely agree. I think that he's a more complete. I think they're both very complete fighters. I just think that the way that he is built, it is too much for Davison. I think Umar coming off that win against Mario Batista, I think he's not satisfied with that win. I think it was a little too close. Honestly, that fight, Mario Batista looked so good in that fight. I don't think he wants to have people like Mario Batista look that good. And so I think he's going to come into this with a whole new, fresh perspective of I need to put this guy down. I think it's going decision as well, but I think he's going to do it in spectacular fashion, if that makes any sense.
No, it's going to be a war. It's going to be a 3-round war.
Yeah, and he's going to put it on Davison. And he's going to probably try to put him out, but I don't think you're putting out Davison. But I just think he's the hungrier fighter.
Yeah, I completely agree. He hasn't touched gold yet. He wants to touch gold. And Davison has already touched gold. And there's also the size difference. That's going to be a huge deciding factor as well. Next, we have Arnold Allen versus Jean Silva. Who do you got?
So I actually have Arnold Allen.
The end.
If you look at who Jean Silva has beaten, I think that Arnold Allen also beats them. I think that he is going to be a more active fighter. He's going to press the pace. Early Arnold Allen against now Jean Silva. I think Jean Silva takes that because back in the early fights, Arnold Allen would, he's southpaw. So when he would be fighting, he would have his lead hand not come back to his face. He wasn't very good at lead hand fighting. So people just whip over a hook, and it was just, he was just getting kind of dominated in those regards. But he's since completely changed all of that. If you look at his fight against Max Holloway or pretty much anyone that he's really put the pressure on, I think he's going to put the pressure on Jean Silva. I don't think it's going to be a knockout. I think it's going to be a decision. I don't think he's putting out Jean Silva. But can he? Maybe. He has that power. Jean Silva does a really bad job of keeping the pressure, I feel. I feel like if you watch a lot of his fights, he gets pressed right against that cage. Even against Kevin Vachejos, he was getting pressed against the cage in that fight. He gets pressed against the cage all the time. So I'm just really interested to see which Jean comes out after that loss against Diego Lopez. Honestly, I thought Diego Lopez was going to win that fight anyways. I didn't think that Jean was going to win. A, he's a fight nerd. They're going down. B,
except for your boy Prates.
Except for Prates. B, I think he shouldn't have been in there in the first place because of the pressure and the pace that Diego can bring. He's not getting knocked out from Jean Silva. Jean Silva had a lot of mystique going into that fight. A lot of that mystique wore off in that fight. Arnold Allen, though, I think he has that pressure and that pace. I think he would do better against Diego Lopez than Jean Silva did against Diego Lopez. And so for that, I think that he's going to take this. Also, Arnold Allen has a similar pressure and pace and style to Drew Dober. Drew Dober actually looked pretty good in that fight, watching it back. The problem with Drew Dober is A, he gets tired. He's super jacked. He gets tired. B, he also has the same thing. He has the tendency where he drops his front hand. He also lets Jean get that really quick hook in. Arnold Allen, I don't think is going to have that happen. I think Arnold Allen is going to be able to last longer as well than Drew Dober would. So he could put the pressure on for longer and just take it by decision. Or imagine he shocks the world and he knocks out Jean Silva. And that's truly the end of the fight nerds, apart from Prates.
Thank God you went first, because I was very worried about what you were going to have. I also have Arnold Allen. I think that Arnold Allen, people sleep on Arnold Allen. Like, we literally talked about Arnold Allen a couple months ago where we're like, what a weird pull. Like, where the fuck is that guy? Then we find out that he was like, jumped a couple days later. Super weird as well. But I think that people forgot how good Arnold Allen is. Like, I don't think Jean Silva has... Do you think that Jean Silva has more power than Max Holloway?
No, I don't think so.
I don't think so. And he went 5 rounds with Max Holloway. Didn't get put out by Max Holloway. Didn't get knocked down.
Almost put out Max Holloway a few times.
Almost did. He does have sneaky power.
Sneaky power.
Sneaky power. You're like, oh, those are really good shots. You're like, oh, those are really good shots. Oh. That's what happens. He has a very high energy output in terms of uses a lot of movement. And I think that Jean, if he gets a little bit of confidence, it's kind of like a double-edged sword, which obviously he can go and throw hands and he's going to put him down, but he also puts his hands down. If you see him, like he'll get into some exchanges and he'll throw like a 3-2-3, and if it connects and stuff like that, he gets really excited. He's like, "Oh yeah, like I'm that guy." And then his hands go lower and lower and lower. You can't do that with Arnold Allen. Arnold Allen is really accurate. He will find your chin. Whether or not he puts him down, I don't know. But I think that we're going to see a really good Arnold Allen. His only 2 losses in the UFC against Evloev, who wrestled him.
We were just talking about that.
Yeah, he kickboxer versus grappler, who's a top tier grappler. Really good grappler.
Prestiged.
Yeah, 100%. And then Max Holloway, who's Max Holloway. Max fucking Holloway, right? But he didn't get put out by Max Holloway on a 5-round fight. So I don't think Jean Silva is as good as Movsar. I don't see him as good as Max Holloway. No offense to Jean Silva. I do love his fighting style, how he goes out on his shield, but I think he's going to go out on his shield in this one.
Next, we have Waldo Cortes-Acosta versus Derek Lewis. Who do you have?
I got Derek Lewis.
I got Derek Lewis.
Oh my gosh.
Let's go.
What is going on right now?
I think he's going to knock his ass out.
I think so too.
I think so. It's the peptides.
No, no, there's something about Derek Lewis. He goes up against hype trains and he puts down hype trains. Like, do you remember
what up with that?
You remember when Curtis Blades, everyone was like, dude, Curtis Blades, he is the fucking animal. And then he goes up against Derek Lewis, and Derek Lewis is like, I'm kind of the Black Beast. I don't know. I have this really cool nickname. I don't know if you've heard me. He goes and puts down that hype train. Taliesin Teixeira.
Dude, I literally had Taliesin Teixeira winning that fight.
100%. Me too. I think we were on.
He finds your chin and he puts you in a different world.
But he only does it to people that were like, we just don't know. We don't know Waldo, right? Like the only time we've seen Waldo, in the last couple years, or like in the last year, he fought against Ante Delija. He won by KO, but then like there was like so much weird fuckery in that fight that it's like, I don't know. Okay, he won that. Then he went up against Shamil Gaziev, who's like, I'm not saying he's bad or anything, but like he's not Derek Lewis. They both lost to Sergey Pavlovich. So, I mean, there's always that. I mean, Derek Lewis got finished by Pavlovich, but also Sergey was Sergey at that time, if that makes sense.
And also Derek Lewis was kind of like not Derek Lewis during that time.
Yeah.
There was a time where Derek Lewis, he didn't look like Derek Lewis when he was in there.
Yeah, I think it was a mental shift where it's like, am I going for gold or am I going for just being the most entertaining fighter? You know, like you slowly turn into like, I guess like we keep on saying it, Drew Dober. You know, like you slowly shift into I'm a fighter, I'm a dog. That's who I am. I'm bred to be just like this guy. And I'm just gonna fight people to have fun fights. And that's just who I am. Versus like I'm competing because I must be the best and that whole thing. Versus like the love of the sport, which I respect both. But I think that Derek Lewis is now like, I love doing this and I love putting people out. And I think we're going to see on Saturday that how much he loves putting people out.
I mean, Waldo has gone the distance. He goes the distance. That's kind of like, you're going to get that or you're going to get a knockout, you know?
Yeah.
But with Derek Lewis, you're going to get a finish. So before Jonathan Almeida, he hasn't gone decision. None of his fights have gone to decision since 2020. And he's fought. He's very active.
Yeah, he fights like 2-3 times a year.
Yeah, so he is definitely that guy that's going to go out on his shield. And when he goes out on his shield, he's going to be swinging for the fences. And when those land, I'm telling you, he's going to put this guy out.
He's got otherworldly power.
He does. And I think Waldo, maybe he tries to wrestle him. But the problem with wrestling him is that he really enjoys those little exchanges because he's still going to throw off the break. And if he throws off the break and it connects, you're going to get dropped. And if you get dropped a little, he's putting you fully out.
Yeah.
You can't even get touched with this guy's hand on your chin.
Next, we have Rose Namajunas versus Natalia Silva. Who you got?
I have Natalia Silva. This is actually my lock of the week. Natalia Silva by decision. This is going to be a 3-round fight. I think it's just a perfect fight to go to the distance. You have a point fighter in Natalia Silva, and then you have Rose Namajunas, who I mean, she goes the distance all the time. If she takes down Silva, I think Silva's going to be able to get back up. If not, she'll just wait till the end of the round and then start from the feet again. And it's going to be extremely hard for Rose to get her down again. She has incredible takedown defense. She's kind of like Adesanya. When Adesanya came onto the scene, everyone's like, oh, just wait till he gets against a wrestler. Like, he didn't fucking know he was going to go against wrestlers in the UFC. And he just trained a bunch of takedown defense so that he can implement his game plan, which is to strike. That's literally how Natalia Silva thinks. She has really, really good takedown defense. She's always moving. She has great footwork, great defense, and she hits you and gets out of there. And that's exactly what's going to happen. I think that she's going to be very powerful too at the 125 against Rose. And I think that this is going to go the distance.
I have Rose. I guess it doesn't matter now, but I have Rose. I will always be Team Rose. I think that when she loses.
Wow. You're going to make me feel like I'm not Team Rose. Dude, I'm Team Rose and Pat Barry, bro.
You shipped them back when she was 13 years old.
Bro,
but
exclusively.
No, what's it called? I just feel like normally when she goes up against a grappler, that's when she has her problems, right? To go up against Aaron Blanchfield and like things like that. When she goes up against a striker and she just has to outstrike him, she's like, easy, let's go. Like, we're going to scrap. And I feel like she's going to do that in this one. Her footwork is amazing. She probably has some of the best footwork in women's MMA history. I think she's absolutely amazing. Her jab is fantastic. Her overall boxing is really good. I just feel like she is going to come out as Thug Rose, and she's going to get the decision, though.
I hope she comes out as Thug Rose. I hope she wins. I hope we see, her against Zhang Weili, like that style, or her against Jacek, that style. Yeah. But I just don't think Rose is the same Rose that the fans want to see, and it's sad.
I mean, maybe. But I think that it's like one of those things where, like, again, you must have forgot. Like,
maybe.
So who knows?
However, it's my lock of the week.
It's your lock of the week. So fuck what I have to say.
So this next fight was actually going to be my lock of the week, but I don't like to do locks of the week when it's the main events for posting reasons.
Yeah, I got you.
So there's Sean O'Malley versus Song Yadong. Who do you have?
I have Sean O'Malley. I'm Team Sean O'Malley.
You're Team Sean O'Malley, but how do you think he's going to get it done?
Decision.
Okay.
I think this is going to be easy 3 rounds for him, and he's on to the next one. I don't think it's going to be easy. Okay. But like it is going to go to decision. I think that Song has a good enough chin that he can withstand most of that damage. And it's just, 3 rounds is just so short for O'Malley to really implement what he normally likes to do. But I think he's more of a volume guy versus a one-punch knockout guy right now. But I think that he's going to do better at his game plan than Song is. Song is a boxer, and so he needs to get into boxing range. He's the shorter fighter. He has shorter arms. So it's going to be, he has to get really close then. But you know who's really good at keeping people at distance? Sean O'Malley. And Sean O'Malley is going to be the taller fighter in this, and he's going to have the longer reach. And I think that he has so much drive right now to prove that he's still that dog and he's still that guy. And he has a newfound energy for, hey, now I have an option to get the belt again because I can go fight Peter Yan and he wants to fight me, but I have to put on a show, right? And so he's like, okay, well, I just need a style on Song. And if I get the finish, I get the finish. If I don't get the finish, whatever, I'm still going to win by decision and very convincingly. And I think that he's going to do that.
So I also have Sean O'Malley. I think that there's a chance he puts him out. And I think it's going to be interesting because Corey Sandhagen put him out in the 4th round of their 5-rounder. So it'd be interesting because everyone has this narrative of one day seeing Sean O'Malley versus Corey Sandhagen. So if he puts him out in 3 rounds, it's like kind of ships that a little bit. But I have him. I think he does a really good job making everyone think that he's washed and he's done. He gets on live stream and he says, man, I'm not even the co-main. I'm not the main. I'm not the co-main. I'm not even on this fight card. I'm not this. I'm not that. He's like, man, I'm going to quit at the end of this year. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. I'm going to get a dumb tattoo on my forehead. Just kidding. I didn't. Got it everywhere else. I think it's really funny that he's just doing all this stuff and making himself look like he's so unfocused, like he's not training. But like he just does this and he gets in these people's heads where they think, oh man, Sean O'Malley, look at him. He's skinny, tall, lanky dude, doesn't even train, smokes weed, and then he puts you to sleep. That's what he does. He lulls you into a coma. And I think that there's a chance that everyone's forgetting about Sean O'Malley, and I think he might put out Song Yadong. And I hope he does, not because I hate Song Yadong, because I love Sean O'Malley that much.
I hope that he comes out with a higher pace.
Yeah, I hope
not that he doesn't come out with a higher pace normally. It's just like you're in 3 rounds, so it's not as much of a chess match of gas tank as a 5-round fight of, oh, is he going to be good at round 4 and 5? Am I going to be good at round 4 and 5?
If it's a close fight, do you think he gets the Peter fight?
It depends.
It's a close fight.
It depends on what do we mean by close. Are they both kind of flat looking, or do they both look exceptional? Like they both look like they're fighting their best, and he edges him out?
Yeah, like if he comes out looking flat. Actually, yeah, he comes out looking flat and he wins. Does he get that fight?
Maybe.
He needs to do it in spectacular fashion.
Yeah, because he might be able to get it just because of the star power and the fact that Peter wants to get that loss back. That's gonna be
the biggest driving force.
for Peter to be like, yo, let's run this.
Mm-hmm.
But besides that, I personally, I wouldn't want to see him fight Peter because Peter's on this hype train of like he just won against Merab in spectacular fashion. Like that, like that was a 50-45, And so he has to be in a spectacular shape in order to fight Peter, in my opinion. Because, now Peter has to fight other people, whoever we want, Umar, whoever you want. So I think he does have to put him out. Or I think that it has to be an all-out war where they're putting their best, and it's just like he just beats him by sheer will and determination. Like that's the fight that we would have to see in order for everyone to be like, yeah, I think he should definitely fight Peter, in my opinion. Next, we have the main event. We have Justin Gaethje versus Paddy Pimblett for the interim championship belt. Who do you got?
I have Justin Gaethje winning this. Who do you have?
I have Justin Gaethje to win this.
Let's go. So
that's crazy that literally we had one fight on this card that we differed, and it was just because that was your lock of the week. That was crazy how
we're gonna lose to that one, but yeah.
I mean, maybe, but it's crazy how this is the beginning. This is
the first UFC fight card of the year,
and we're pretty much already locked in terms of how I'm feeling something special this year. I gotta be honest.
Feeling very special on this card. So Justin Gaethje, I have Justin Gaethje because let's just break down piece by piece because I think that's the best way to look at this fight. Justin Gaethje, better striker. Okay. When Paddy comes in, we've all seen it. Paddy comes in, chin high, kind of wider shots, gets married to one combination. If you don't believe me, go check the Michael Chandler fight. Uppercut, hook. Okay. When he throws his uppercut, he comes down and then comes up. Now let's go to Justin Gaethje. Let's watch Justin Gaethje. Let's watch him hit pads with Trevor Whitman. This is what they're working on. Those short, snappy hooks. Boom. As soon as he drops this hand, that starts the sequence. That's where the striking is going to come into play. I think Justin Gaethje is going to do a lot of his footwork to get in and get those shots off. Very similar heights too, which is nice. Now let's talk about the grappling. Grappling, obviously, very, very scary for Gaethje to get to the ground with Paddy. But I think that if Paddy gets him to the ground normally, Justin's just going to pop right back up in a scramble because that's what he's been working on. In the other fights, he doesn't really work on that. He works on striking, and then he does his normal grappling. This is a very grappling-based training camp he's doing. So he's only in bad positions. He has Faris Saim, and he's training with him, and that guy's a killer. And they're grappling together, and they're both just leveling up together. I think that we're going to see a different ground game from Justin Gaethje if he even gets to the ground. Paddy is saying that he's going to strike with him. I don't think he's going to. I think if he does, then he's going to be in a world of trouble against Justin Gaethje, especially seeing his 5-round fight. Justin Gaethje has that 5 rounds in him to just keep pressing the pace as long as he doesn't get his nose broken, like we saw in the Max Holloway fight. Also, if we look back at the Michael Chandler fight, Michael Chandler versus Gaethje, Michael Chandler pressing the pace, throwing like 50 to 60 strikes per round, right? He's taking him down, tries like five takedowns per round. So let's just say he does like 60 strikes and then he does 5 takedowns, attempts against Justin Gaethje. Then we look at Paddy versus Michael Chandler. Maybe like 1 or 2 takedown attempts, maybe like 10-ish strikes per round. Not a very active Michael Chandler. The Michael Chandler that was facing Justin Gaethje was the one that still had gold in mind. He had Conor McGregor in mind. He had all these things in mind. Now, him against Paddy, that wasn't Michael Chandler looking for gold, looking for Conor McGregor. That's him looking for, I want to be the most exciting fight. I just want the paycheck. I want the big names. It's a different mindset when you're going to camp. It's a different mindset when you're going into a fight. So I think that with that in mind, how incredible Paddy looked against Michael Chandler wasn't as incredible as Justin Gaethje against Michael Chandler. And so for that MMA math, Justin Gaethje is going to win this fight.
I completely agree on everything.
Did I miss
you
anything?
Said. I don't think you did. I don't think I really see you guys. We'll see you in the next one. No, Michael Chandler, when he fought Paddy, he was old too. He's like 36, 37, and he looked 36, 37 against him. He didn't look remotely confident. You know, he just got shattered by fucking going up against Oliveira again. I don't know, like obviously, you know, impressive win by Paddy because he did get the TKO and everything like that. But besides that, I mean, he's fought only people that he should win against, I guess, if that makes sense. Like, they definitely have kind of patty caked him, no pun intended, up the rankings. Like, the hardest fight that he fought was Jared Gordon.
He lost that fight too.
He did lose that fight. Like, I had it, I believe 2-1.
Yeah.
In that fight. I don't know. I think that he wants to fight and scrap with Justin. Terrible idea. He, like, again, as you said, like, you literally hit all the points. But like his chin being in the air, like I literally just saw a photo of him. They're showing, you know, hyping him up on doing striking practice at the PI, and his chin in the still is so far up, and I'm just like, oh god, like you. Hopefully you're not doing that against Justin, because like Justin, he does these, you know, very short hooks, and if you come in with your chin high like that and he connects with that short hook, you don't need much power on it to really make a fucking dent. And like, I don't know. I just have this feeling that Justin is going to knock him out.
I have the same
Literally,
feeling.
I just have like, it's like, I feel it in my bones.
I feel him hitting him, wobbling him, and he gets like kind of scared against the fence, tries to go in for a shot, and then he just finishes him with hammer fist. I don't know why. I just have this like vision of it.
I had a dream a couple nights ago where I don't know why I had a dream about this.
Out cold?
No. He goes, catches him with a short hook, right? And he's wobbled and he comes in 1-2, puts him down, and then he just rains down punches for the win, which would be fucking sweet. But it was in like slow-mo. Like it was like super sweet. Like it was like what you wanted to see in like a fucking like a Instagram reel or something like that. It was so sweet. So I don't know. We might be biased though. You know, I'm a huge Justin Gaethje fan.
I'm a little fanboy.
Yeah,
a little photo of me. And,
I'm gonna be the first one to say it. Like, we're both huge fans of Justin Gaethje, and I would love to see him get gold. But I mean, I just don't see Paddy doing it. I'm also a fan of Paddy too, though. You know, so it is kind of like a, you know, difficult thing to measure on that. But
I'm a little concerned with the fact that Justin Gaethje, he's been going through this camp with like whatever's going through Colorado right now. There's like the flu or something. So Trevor's talked about it a few times where he's just hawking up shit.
Yeah.
Throughout training. He's saying that he's fine, but I mean, hopefully you don't go into this because people are betting on you. I hate when people like, guys, let us know because we're betting on you.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, 100% would not bet on you if you're like gonna feel like shit.
But so far, that's our picks. All right, that's a wrap for this week's Fight Picks. Thanks for hanging out with us. If you enjoy this content, all of our social media is linked in the bio. Be sure to subscribe, cash those tickets, and don't forget, bet smart, fight hard. We'll catch you in the next card.